Do you want to know how to be more confident? In today's video, we're going to be showing you 15 tips just how to do that.
Sway.
So for tip number 1 is going to be practice. Now what I mean by that is, kind of build up the confidence to talk more to your camera, kind of film yourself every week and speak more and more clearly, watch the footage, see what needs to be fixed in order to make the highest, utmost quality for all your viewers. So that's for tip number 1, practice. For tip number 2 is keep it simple. This is mainly for if you're writing a script. You can't write down every single word you're going to say because that's impossible and it's overwhelming to memorize everything. This is not a script, but this is the main things I want to talk about. So you can't be doing that if you're writing a script. You can't be highlighting every single word that you're gonna say. You just need to highlight the key points and the main points in your video. So that's for tip number 2. Just keep it simple. So for tip number 3 is cover the topics you know. Now what I mean by this is that don't talk about things you don't understand or you have little to no information about. For example, like I'm not going to be making a video just about this book because I don't know much information about it. Make videos about things you do know and not things you don't know. So that's for tip number 3, cover topics you know. For tip number 4 is edit out the mistakes. And trust me, I have made so many mistakes while filming this video. I had to keep refilming and deleting old footage and refilming again. And nobody's perfect, so you will be making a lot of mistakes in your video just to make it look a little more professional. For tip number 5 is eye contact. Eye contact is very important. Always look directly at the lens, never look over here, here, up there, down here, being confused, Just look directly at the camera because then the viewer gets a sense like, hey, this person is talking to me. It feels a little more personal instead of him being like this and looking at the camera, not even looking at the camera actually. It just seems a little odd. So kind of look directly at the camera as if it were a person. With that being said, that directly brings me to tip number 6, which is think that the camera is actually a person. Believe it or not, this has actually helped many people to overcome the fear of being shy on camera. Think of it as, one of your best friends or a very close relative that you talk to with, no problem at all. So just kind of imagine their face on the camera lens like, you're just having a normal conversation. And some people actually print out pictures of their face and tape it right on the camera so they feel more comfortable. For tip number 7 is slip up / mistakes. Now what I mean by this is actually leave some mistakes in your videos because people will get the sense like, oh, their mistake was actually pretty funny. Or they get the sense like, hey, they're not perfect, but I'm not either. Because I know I said that you can edit out the mistakes, but some of them you actually may want to keep in because they're actually pretty funny. Or it just shows that we're all normal. Sometimes you do want to leave some of them in the video, some of them out. It's up to you, but some of them are actually pretty nice to have in a video. I don't know, gives it a little bit more of a personal touch, in my opinion. So let's get on to the next tip. For tip number 8 is drink more water. Now this doesn't make sense, not too much, but you never know that you may just be dehydrated. Your tongue may be dehydrated and you can't talk and your throat is just too dry and you don't feel like talking too much. Just drink some water. But yeah, that is it for tip number 8. Drink water. That actually really helps me a lot to talk more. Feels more refreshed, For tip number 9 is focus on the topic / the camera. Now what I mean by this is don't be looking somewhere else or be focusing or thinking about something else. Just focus on the main topic that you're talking about and focus on the camera. Don't be looking at yourself or hearing something else. Just be focusing on the main thing, so it's straight to the point. For tip number 10 is calm down / don't rush. Now what I mean by this is some of you, your hearts may be racing, you have anxiety and you'll be like, I can't do this. You may be like that. Just calm down, take some deep breaths, everything's gonna be fine. Worst case scenario is just delete the old footage, do it again. Just calm down. You don't need to rush yourself. If you can't film the video today, you can't film the video today. Everything's gonna be okay, just don't rush it. For number 11 is give it time. Trust me, confidence will come in time. It's not gonna come, overnight. You just gotta give it time. You gotta get used to talking to the camera, not being so nervous. It will happen in time, but for now, I wish you the best of luck if you don't have that confidence yet, but trust me, it will only get better from here. For tip number 12 is don't doubt yourself. You know, you don't want to be pushing yourself down like, I can't do this, it's not gonna work, I don't really think I'm good at making videos. You know, just think of why you want to start doing it in the first place. Use that as your motivation to keep on filming. So yeah, just don't be doubting yourself, saying that, you know, this is impossible, I can't do this at all. So, you know, don't doubt yourself. For tip number 13 is stop overthinking it. Don't be like, oh, my viewers are gonna hate this is not gonna be funny, or I find this funny but maybe my viewers won't. How will this kind of group think of it? Maybe it's too funny, maybe it's not nice, maybe it's too rude. Just don't overthink anything. Keep it simple again. Just don't overthink your content or what you're gonna be filming, because you never want to have something overcomplicated and overwhelming. So that is it for tip number 13. Just stop overthinking it. For tip number 14 is compliment yourself. Now what I mean by this is, you know, kind of raise yourself up. You know what I said in tip number 12 is, you know, just don't doubt yourself. Well, here we're doing the complete opposite. We're gonna be complimenting ourselves. You know, compliment your clothes. Look in the mirror before you start filming and say, hey, I actually look pretty good. You know, boost your self-confidence in yourself before you start filming, because you'll be more happy, in a good mood. Just don't get cocky. Don't be like, oh, I'm better than all of you. Just, you know, give yourself some compliments, because it'll make you feel better about yourself. So that is it for tip number 14. Our last tip of the day, tip number 15, is get comfortable. Now what I mean by this is you don't want to be in an uncomfortable situation where you don't feel comfortable to be filming. Get in a comfortable place. Here I'm in my room, and this is a comfortable environment for me because, well, I'm used to being in my room. So, you know, don't film if you're not comfortable. So that is it for tip number 15. So I do hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I would like to give a special shout out for my last video from Hamraz and the Anime Sim for being the first two to both comment and like on the video. So that is all for today's video. I do hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.